sometimes it's not a good situation for public safety per se.
More than 24 hours after an intense rescue mission in Charleroi, an investigation is now underway into what caused a trench to collapse, trapping a worker in dirt nearly 15 feet beneath the surface. Thanks for joining us at 10. I'm Jessica Guay. It's a story brought to you as breaking news last night at 10 and 11. KDKA's investigative reporter Erika Stanish has been following this story for us since it began. She has more on what emergency responders discovered under the trench and new concerns for safety throughout the borough.
I'm told there are pre-existing conditions in the roads here in Charleroi, likely from an aging infrastructure, creating small voids or holes underneath the surface. And several were found where that trench was last night. Now the borough tells me engineers will need to come in to determine where there could be more.
You don't realize how dangerous it was until you start moving equipment around, start looking after the fact, and say, boy, it was a dangerous situation.
After a miraculous rescue Thursday night in Charleroi, Fire Chief Robert Whiten Jr. shares concerns about what they found underneath the trench that is now believed to be throughout the streets of the borough.
The town's over 100 years old, and its sewer system, from what I understand, is not in good shape.
He says under the trench on McCain Avenue, emergency crews found several voids.
I would say the voids are probably maybe 6 foot by 6 foot.
Since the beginning of the year, Columbia Gas says it's been working to replace aging infrastructure through a pipeline replacement project and tells KDKA crews have encountered small voids underneath the surface. A spokesperson says those voids come from pre-existing conditions and have been reported to the borough as the project continues. Up
there on 7th Street, you could probably put a couple cars down in there. That's how big it was.
Just over a week ago, a triaxle truck fell into a sinkhole 1 block from where the trench collapse happened. The fire chief says underneath were voids.
I'm not an engineer, but I would imagine, they're out there digging, and then they're using a tamping machine to when they backfill. So it's probably shaking everything up.
KDKA reached out to the borough manager asking if there's concerns with crews still working on replacing gas lines throughout the borough. He says the voids have never been reported to the borough by Columbia Gas, but admit several were found Thursday night and where that triaxle fell through the road.
And you wonder how the traffic, because 88 here in town is pretty busy, why something hasn't happened before this, of a cave-in.
Now, Whiten says his crews are taking extra precautions.
We tell guys, be careful, don't pick up the speed like you normally do. Take your time. If you see the road looks like it's got a lump in it or doesn't look safe, stop and go another way, or take your time going over it.
The borough manager tells me once this is repaired here, the borough will likely bring in engineers to do underground sonic testing to determine where it's solid and where there could be more voids. Reporting in Charleroi, Washington County, Erika Stanish, KDKA-TV News.